You play all day. You run around here and don't want to work. You must learn this recipe. You must perfect this sauce.
Glad cornplay with sweet. You don't like toast strudel.
We got a very special guest, a big important guest. Yeah, a professional, an intellectual.
Yes.
One of the smartest young ladies that I know for sure. Yeah. Somebody out here on her grind in a profession that's not, you know what I'm saying, so common, especially for a lady and a black lady at that, you feel me, and that's excelling and going off.
Period.
So I'm proud to bring to you guys my cousin, Miss Raven Ashmon. Yay!
It's a pleasure to be here. You know, I'm always gonna support and pull up when I come to Arizona. So it's a pleasure being here for sure.
That's a fact. And I'm glad to bring her on here because really, Raven, I want to give you all your kudos. You know what I'm saying? You really going off out here. And my goal with Share the Sauce was to bring people that can share some sauce in their profession. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going off in their craft and whatever they doing and that's steadfast and work hard at it and is excelling in what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to be able to bring you know what I'm saying? Bring guests on here that could put somebody else on. You know what I'm saying? Share a little sauce, if you will. Give some inspiration.
Yeah.
To the masses, you know what I'm saying? To all of us Share the Sauce group, they're our followers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to have you on here. I know for sure, so I'm gonna start off early, for sure. I know, well, right now, what's your title? What's your title? Because I know you got a big old title.
So my title is Senior IT Analyst.
Mm-hmm.
So IT, that's short for Information Technology. My focus is GRC, that's like governance, risk, and compliance for TikTok. So anything related to like risk, whether that's somebody like hacking into somebody's account or just spam attacks in your email, like I'm making sure that all that is being tracked and housed in the same location so we can help manage those risks and remediate them ultimately so we don't like risk any issues in the future with that particular item.
Facts. And you don't work for no small company, you work for a big company, an international company at that.
Yeah.
And that's super crazy. Like, how'd you even get the opportunity to work for TikTok? Like, was it something that you pursued or did it just happenstance or?
So it's crazy. So straight out of college, I started working at KPMG, which is a Big Four consulting firm. Yeah. So I focused on GRC work, similar to what I'm doing now. And to be real, it was very hard for me. The learning curve was very steep. Yeah. Wasn't a lot of people that looked like me. I was the only, well, I was one out of two black people on my team. Yeah. And the other girl that was on my team, she wasn't really, we didn't mess with each other. So it was hard for me to adjust. I didn't really have like a mentor. And I'm not gonna lie, it helped me. It really like made me strong in my craft. But at the same time, I knew that it wouldn't be the job I would stay at forever. So I started looking for jobs. Wasn't getting any luck, even with my background, even the fact that I work at a Big Four, like I still wasn't getting anything, like no bites from other companies. I would get like interviews, but it never went anywhere. But eventually, my manager, she ended up leaving and she left to go to TikTok and she hit me like, look, Raven, I want you to come over. You're very talented, you're dope, and like I can see you thriving at TikTok. So she she referred me. Yeah. And I interviewed like that next week. I went through 4 rounds of interviews, which was intense. I'm not gonna lie, but
that's right.
Yeah, it was worth it. Yeah. So I'm here.
Cause they ain't just taking anybody out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I did.
That's right. That's
I did. And I've been there since February, so I'm gonna say, I think, 8 months?
Yeah. That's lit.
Yeah.
And how's the like? Was they welcoming to you? Like when you came there, was you happy to be there? Like the environment is cool.
The good thing about it, like my manager, she was already putting the word in for me. Like y'all gonna love Raven. She's dope. Like she's gonna get whatever job you give to her. She's gonna make sure like she knocks it out the park. And like when I came in, everybody was supportive of that. You know,
That's
right
right.
off the bat. So yeah.
And what I also want to highlight is you really been putting that work in, like before all of this, you know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, like when you was just Ray, you know what I'm saying? You really been putting in work. I remember even back in like high school, it was a program like the Baccalaureate program or something that. You know what I'm talking about?
International Baccalaureate program, IB.
Yeah, in fact.
You remember
I definitely remember that, yo, because I remember I was like a senior, you know what I'm saying? You was getting into school, and it was like something new at the time, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, they offered it to us, and we was like, yeah, we senior, we're not going through that shit. Like, we finna graduate. But I remember you was so excited to tell me, like, yo, I got in that program, I'm finna go over there to school over there, I'm finna be going crazy, you know what I'm saying? And everything with everybody, all the talk about it was like, it's 3 times the work, you're gonna have to do homework every night, it's gonna be a lot of reading, you're gonna have to do math on the next level, collegiate math, you know what I'm saying? And so many people scared of it, and I just remember that you was like super excited to be a part of the program early, so I like, you know what I'm saying, you always was, even as like young, you always was trying to be smart and be on it early, you feel me? Even when like everybody was trying to figure everything out, you just knew that knowledge kind of was where it was at, like, you feel me? What kind of got you there? Like, what kind of instilled that in you so young, you know what I'm saying, for you to be like that? Because it's hard, like, when you young, just like have that on your path when so much things, you can do so much else, like.
It is, and like, you know how it was growing up, like, our parents worked hard, period. Like, our moms worked hard. So it's like just seeing them do the type of things that they were doing, to be working late nights just to make sure we had it, like, that really pushed me and inspired me to want to shoot for like a better life, so that I could take care of me, my family, everybody. So, and I knew like I was good at like I was very analytical. I knew I was good at that, and I stuck to that. I was very good with math. So like I really honed in on that. And I knew like also even the areas that I wasn't strong in, like I just needed to apply myself, and I needed to try. I couldn't just give up on it.
For sure.
And that's what I did. It's like as long as I can honestly say like, as long as I stayed motivated or had the passion to do something and follow through, like, things always worked out.
That's right on, that's right
So
on.
yeah, for me, I'm like, I just kept that same mindset, and I just kept going regardless of like what the situation might have looked like, regardless if it looked like, you know, it was impossible to do, especially for somebody that looks like me,
For sure.
you know, or especially to be the first for certain things.
That's right.
You know, I just had to push through it, and it worked out.
And I also remember, I remember you started out at like DC, and then which name of high school you graduated from?
Langston Hughes.
So you had transferred, you know what I'm saying, and that was like more predominantly white school to like a more predominantly black school.
Right.
How was the transfer between there and there? Was it like kind of the same, and then like, did it hinder like, you know what I'm saying, your academic journey, or was it kind of like push it on?
I wouldn't say it hindered it. If anything, it just taught me how to.
What you think?
I don't want to say
like,
I don't want to say switch up who I was.
For sure.
But it just taught me how to communicate with people who don't necessarily come from where I come from, and really like connect with people of like different backgrounds and stuff. So I appreciated that, because like you said, like coming from IB, I was around people that were like, you know, more, I guess you could say like nerdy.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like it was different versus Langston Hughes, where it's like hood rich, you know, like Gunna graduated from there. So it's a whole different like dynamic when you go in there. So I really appreciated that, because it helped me to be like more charismatic. It taught me how to work the room. So like, and that's so big in like corporate America, or even as entrepreneurs, when you're trying to grow a business, you gotta know how to like communicate with people
That's a fact.
Of every different background, culture, ethnicity. Like, it's something you just gotta know how to do. So I appreciate it. Was a big like change in that, but at the same time I appreciate because it helped me in that area.
That's hard. That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you graduate from Langston Hughes, and then everybody. It's a million colleges that want you. You feel me? I know you trying to go everywhere. They talking about Raven finna go to Yale. I'm like, Raven going to Yale? Raven finna go everywhere. You feel me? How was that narrowing it down decision? Because I know it's some people that's coming up on that decision. You know what I'm saying? I know in high school as well, and they trying to figure out what college they want to go to. So what made you choose? Because you went to UGA. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Go Dogs.
Roll Tide, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with her. I told her to go to Alabama, y'all, but you know what I'm saying? She wanted to be a dog.
No,
But like, so
I did it.
what made you go to UGA? You know what I'm saying? Because you really could have went anywhere for real. We keeping it in the book. You know what I'm saying? You had the grades, you had the GPA. You know what I'm saying? You went off on your little SAT. You feel me? Like, what made you go to UGA?
Honestly, I was thinking about money. I didn't want to have to take out a lot of student loans or anything.
That's a fact.
I did get a scholarship through UGA, Pell Grant, Hope Scholarship, and it was like in-state tuition, so a lot cheaper.
Facts, that's a fact.
Versus like Spelman
That's 1,000%
or
sure.
Howard, which I did want to go to at HBCU,
Facts.
but for me the main focus was making sure that I wasn't gonna be in a bunch of debt.
That's
just
facts.
to be real.
And that's smart. That's super smart. Nobody don't tell you that. You feel me?
Right.
Nobody don't tell you that. Because that Alabama tuition was kind of high as fuck. You feel me? Nobody will tell you that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
For real.
Ridiculous.
Like, when you gotta get a job to go to school, you like, damn, I gotta go work to pay to learn. You know what I'm saying? That shit
Right.
different. Like, for sure.
Right, and I will say, like, I actually still got to go to an HBCU for a semester through UGA.
Oh,
Because they
yeah?
had this program called the exchange program. So I actually went to Southern University in Baton Rouge for one semester. Dope experience.
That was
so
hard.
I
You
really
liked it.
it was like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
it was
You enjoyed it down there? It was cool?
Yes, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I haven't been back since, but definitely want to make a trip soon.
That's right.
If I
That's
can,
right.
So.
How was UGA? Like, what was the culture like there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it was also cutthroat because you had a lot of people there that felt like you didn't deserve to be there.
For sure.
Like, white, like, they honestly, a lot of white people.
Yeah, I feel that. For sure. Nah, it's real
They
though.
felt like you was taking up, like,
Space.
yeah.
Facts. Somebody else could be out here.
Really, but they felt bad for you, so now you're here. So, especially being in like tech, cause I majored in management information systems. It's like you will be in a group project and people looking at you like, what you about to contribute? Like you ain't about nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. You'll be giving suggestions and they like not trying to hear that. Then your colleague will repeat your same suggestion and they like, bro, that's a great idea.
Oh, man.
I know y'all heard me just say that. You know, So I really had to find my voice in a lot of ways and really step up and show that I'm about business.
That's right.
Like,
That's
I know what I'm talking about just like y'all. So it really helped me to find that confidence and really like stand on who I am.
That's right.
You know, and really embrace who I am as a black woman. So yeah, it was intense at times.
So a lot of times them downplaying you and when you see in the room end up being a strength for you, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause you had to come out a little bit on top every time.
Yeah,
you feel
right.
me?
But I also had professors, like white professors that really were like also inspired by me or just like really supported me.
Nah, that's for
they
sure.
saw my grind, they saw me trying to, navigate a new space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man. I really do. At the same time, like outside of, I guess, all the like competitiveness and dealing with people who didn't necessarily feel like you belonged, it's like I also really built some real friendships at UGA as well. So I appreciate that. And you know, game days go crazy every time. So that was all. That was also dope. I was actually a game day host.
Okay.
So I would host football recruits around the campus on game days.
That's hard.
And basically like try to sell
Yeah,
UGA
yeah,
to
like we
them,
fight.
which was
Okay.
dope, you know?
Yeah.
And again, it helped build my communication skills, you know. So it was me really learning how to sell and, you know, how to like identify a person's personality and like their response to certain things, really like understanding who they were. So it was cool.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, I know we was talking about earlier the MLT program.
Yes.
You want to let's shed a little light on that, because I know you talking about how important that was, you know what I'm saying, to you, you feel me, coming out. And I definitely want to shed a little light on some folks that's maybe, you know what I'm saying, thinking about getting into IT, they going into college right now.
Yes.
That might help them out, you feel me? Like, oh, I might need to, you know what I'm saying, I could do that too, you feel me? I see Raven up there doing that, you
For
feel
sure.
me? So how'd you hear about the program in the first place?
So I heard about MLT at UGA through a fellow, actually one of my close friends, college friends. She was in it, and she was telling me how basically you have to sign up your sophomore year of college. Because once you sign up, you have to be in the program for at least 2 years, like graduate, I guess you can say. So yeah, she told me about it our sophomore year. I signed up online for it. I think I had to write an essay or something like that. But the process was, I mean, it was so worth it, because basically you get a mentor, they help you write up your resume, they make you write a pitch out so you know how to sell yourself to like recruiters or like any businesses that you're interested in. We basically flew all around the U.S. just visiting different companies, going to these like seminars.
Word.
They were allowing us to like interview right on the spot at the seminars with big name companies like Google, Microsoft, Big Fours, Ernst and Young. So it was really dope. It was really dope. And really MLT is for anyone that's focused in technology, as you said. Finance, accounting, business, and of course also you have to be a minority. So yeah,
That was
dope
hard.
program.
Yeah, for sure.
Really dope program.
So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. So you graduate, you feel me, from college, we lit, and then I remember you got an offer from Google, and I got the pleasure to go out there and with one of your walkthroughs or your interviews or whatever. And I want to tell this story on the screen because like I love to tell this story. I be telling anybody, anytime somebody mention anything about Google, I be like, yo, my cousin went out there, yo, we had an interview and everything. That shit was lit, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
The campus was lit. I ain't gonna lie, that whole experience was like super wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was like, it kind of opened my whole horizon. Like, wow, you feel me? Just like how big things could get, you know what I'm saying? And even like kind of their like whole mindset of how they work and how they treat their workers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt you was just going out there for an interview, you know what I'm saying? They was kind of treating you like royalty already, you feel me? And like just how they want you know what I'm saying, their workspace to kind of be like a live space, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that I was like, after I seen that, I was like, I'm definitely gonna make my life like that, you know what I'm saying? Like my work and my live is gonna be the same. Like I'm not gonna be in like go work somewhere and be like, you feel me, oh I hate work, and then go live the rest of my life and it be enjoyable. Like my work life should be enjoyable, so I should be the best employee or whatever I am, worker, and you know what I'm saying? That's how you get the best out of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of learned that. I didn't have that idea until we went on that out there on that walk through the campus, you know what I'm saying, when they talked about us, and just how the people talked about their job, you know what I'm saying, they was like you finna be a part of our family, like we can't wait to have you, you know what I'm saying? So like I just want to talk about like how was that process, like how like getting the interview, you feel me?
That was actually crazy. I applied to Google. I didn't even apply through MLT. This was before I joined MLT. I just randomly applied because my friend was telling me about it, how they had this dope mentorship program. So I had randomly applied online. Of course, like I got my resume like revised about 3, 4, 5 times before I submitted it. And I wasn't even really expecting to hear back because it's so competitive, but they hit me back, asked for an interview. I think I had to go through like 3 rounds of interviews.
Yeah.
But they all went real smooth, and I got the offer probably like 2 months later after my interviews. I didn't think I was gonna get it, honestly. But literally, I got it like, I want to say, a month before school was out for the summer.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even sure if I was gonna have an internship at all. I was actually kind of freaking out, but yeah, I ended up getting it last minute, and I had to fly out to San Jose, California, like a month later.
How was it? How was it working out there with them? Like, how was that whole internship?
Oh, it was great. It was great. Like, I was really spoiled, and that was my first real internship. So, it was a true experience. It really, same way it opened your eyes, it opened my eyes as well.
Facts.
Cause before, like, I would hear about the type of money you can make in that type of industry, like IT, but I never saw it for real.
Mm-hmm.
So to actually see like the type of money I could be making, the type of lifestyle I could be making, you know, the type of position I could hold, like, it was crazy for me. Like, even the condo that we were able to stay out, you know, they was paying us nice.
And that job was hard. That was super hard.
Right. So it was nice. They catered breakfast, lunch, dinner, like, amazing. They had nap pods. You could sleep.
Yo, the nap pods was crazy. Like, oh, that was mind blowing. You nap. Go get your little nap pod.
They had, you got like 2 massages. They had like masseuses on campus. Got 2 massages every few months, I think, something like that. So yeah, I would pull up, get my massage, grab breakfast, you know, chill out a little bit. If I got there early, maybe take a nap, then pop back up in the office, you know, do some work.
Yo, that indoor outdoor
hit the gym,
room, that was crazy. Like, they literally got outside, inside, like sunny day grass and everything. Like,
yeah, it was crazy, and I really appreciate the experience. Like, after that, I think that really made me like really start to set a standard for like what I was willing to accept. You know, not only in the workspace, but also just in general when it came to anything. So, yeah.
Shout out to Google. Shout out to
Google.
That was hard. That was hard. All right. So after you get out of school, what was your first job?
My first job, I worked at KPMG.
How was that? How was it getting that first? Like, was it hard getting your first job out of college?
No, I actually, after I finished interning at Google, like, I was getting a bunch of like internship opportunities, offers. So I ended up going with KPMG because that particular role was in cybersecurity. Yeah. And I was like, okay, like, I'm interested in cybersecurity. Like, I really want to get into that. And at Google, they actually had me doing like recruiting for technical talents. So like engineers and like developers. Yeah. So I wasn't even really getting into like the weeds of things. I wasn't actually the one developing or anything at Google. They just had me finding those talents, which was dope. But I'm like, I want to be hands-on. Like, I want to get the real money.
That's right.
So, yeah, KPMG came to me with an offer like, look, we got a cybersecurity role, you can be doing all that. Then I was getting paid more. So I ended up going with them. I got that offer probably that next summer. And then after that internship was over, they asked me to just come on full time. But I still had a year of college to finish, so I knocked that out. And then, yeah, I started.
Yeah.
I started that July. After I graduated, yep.
And then, so what made you leave KPMG?
Very toxic work culture. Like I said, like, I didn't really have that support system. And then also, like, when it comes to consulting, it's a very demanding job. Like, you for one, I'm salaried, so I only make enough money. They only pay me for 40 hours a week.
Set price.
Exactly.
But a lot of times you go over.
I was going over all the time, working weekends even sometimes, which was very stressful and tiring. And then traveling on top of that.
That's right.
You know, and it wasn't even like fun travel.
So you had to move it around every state.
Like I would have to drive from Atlanta to Birmingham, Alabama Mondays, then drive back to Atlanta on Thursdays, and that would be like every week to meet with my client.
Okay.
So that was like a 2-hour drive.
2.5 hour drive, something like that.
Twice a week.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it was just very toxic, and I missed a work culture like Google. So I knew I always wanted to go back to tech.
Yeah.
And yeah, the reason why I stayed so long, because I ended up staying there 3 years, is because if I stayed 3 years, I would have gotten fully vested in my pension plan. And I actually did. I stayed all 3 years.
That's right.
So, you know, I had to secure that.
Yeah, for sure. That's right. Yeah.
Things
it's all about the bag.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Things kind of fell into place, because right after that, you know, I got my offer, so
yeah.
Now we here.
And then you went to TikTok. That's lit. How was the when you first got in there, was it like a learning curve? Like you know what I'm saying? Is every work environment a little bit different? You got to go in there and kind of figure out.
Like at TikTok?
Yeah.
KPMG was so cutthroat. Like, I feel like I can do anything.
That's right. Okay, I feel that.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, it's so cutthroat. And when you're talking about companies like tech companies like TikTok, Google's, it's more laid back.
Okay, yeah.
You know, even in my interviews, it was people chilling on their couch with their jeans on. Like, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah.
Me, I got my formal blazer on the call. Like, hi. 5 minutes early to the meeting, you know, gotta set up, make sure everything nice. Like,
that's right.
So, yeah.
So, I know we dabbled about this earlier, but I was like, I need to save it for the podcast. How do you feel about? Wait, pause. Hey, she checked my camera. You checked it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. We talked about this earlier, and I said we're gonna save it for the podcast. How do you feel about TikTok and all the controversy right now? Cause like I told you, you looked at me, you was laughing at me, but like even me, like I was like, oh, I need to get a TikTok, but I ain't gonna put TikTok on my regular phone. I'm gonna go get me another little trap iPhone and put TikTok on, cause I don't want them folks to be out of my business, you know what I'm saying, leaking my information. Like, is that true? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you speak to that being you in there? Like,
I'm gonna say this, like, I work in security. I work in the space that handles, again, risk related to like security, data being leaked or your information being hacked. And I have TikTok on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm aware of everything that's going on for real. You know, like, I'm not on the outside looking in. I'm just not referring to articles. I'm doing the work. And I'm seeing what's going on behind the scenes. And if I feel comfortable enough to have TikTok on my phone, I don't see why nobody else should have an issue with it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Like, but you know, people are gonna talk. People always got something to say.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And I know you saying like also like you are like they are a China-owned company. You know what I'm saying? So like the propaganda, you know what I'm saying, from American-based companies is to push that. You know what I'm saying? So
it definitely could play a part.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
It definitely
or even if it do run rampant, not to stop it because it's like it's good for my business. I didn't start that rumor, but hey, I'm not gonna put that fire out. It's good for business for me, like. Because like I know that because even like I said it affected me. Like I've heard that, like I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I've heard that like a couple times, like trying to steal information and all these other things like that. So you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know, maybe so. Like what? So like what do you think about? You heard about the Huawei phones?
No.
You heard about Huawei phones? So like that was like another phone, like it's a phone. It's okay. It's a phone based out of like a Chinese-based phone company, and they were saying the same thing. Like they accused the same thing, like leaking information. They were saying like don't use Huawei phones and stuff
but
like that.
But that's the thing. Like people in China don't handle U.S. information.
Okay.
That's why you have us, the U.S. TikTok. Everything, all the information related to Americans, the things that we are posting.
Yeah.
The TikTokers here in America is handling it. And it's the same when it comes to any other country.
Yeah, yeah. That's right.
They're handling, everybody is handling their own information. So
they here working. We got people like Raven in there working on that. It's not some folks.
I got y'all. All good.
That's right. No, that's good. That's good.
But don't be hitting me up asking me to check your account or nothing, because that's not my job.
You don't do that. Hey man,
that's not my job.
I need some more followers on TikTok, right? What's going on? What's the algorithm? They blocking my shit.
No, really. I've had people hit me up like, they shut my account down. Can you check? No, I cannot check. That's not my job. I can't do that.
That's funny. That's funny. So, you know what I'm saying? I also, we start this share the sauce. All my guests I get, I always ask y'all to share a little sauce for somebody that may be in IT, you know what I'm saying? Or, well, I want you to speak to a couple different lights, because you've been in these different positions. I want you to speak to somebody that's maybe going into school and looking for a department to get in there. They like, okay, y'all want to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to secure this bag, you feel me? I need to get in something that's going to do that for me. And I need, you feel me, to make sure, like, off the gate. Like, I can't be getting this, because, like, I have friends that's in management information sciences as well. And that was their main goal in doing it. It's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I came to college, I ain't gonna get a bag, bro. You feel me? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't coming in here to figure out my dream and nothing like that. You feel me? I needed to be some commas and zeros after this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was very intelligent, because I didn't go to college because of that. You feel me? I went to college because somebody was like, bro, go to college. You feel me? Like, bro, you don't do nothing else. Come on, go to college. Fuck it.
If you're going, I would say do something that will help you fund the dream.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the dream, it'll come. The passion, like, finding something that's going to allow you to do what you truly want to do, it'll come.
That's a fact.
But get the money you need to be able to take the time out to really, like, focus on that passion or that dream.
That's right.
You got bills and other stuff.
That's right. It's not free.
It's hard to focus on, on the passion.
That's right. When you stress. Because the light man got your ass. You can't think about that dream when the lights is off. Oh, God. You in that sad time, I gotta go to work. No, that's a fact. That is a fact. For real. Money is freedom. That shit is freedom. So get the bag first, and that shit should fund everything else.
But don't let the money change you.
Okay.
At the same time, stay humble. You gotta stay humble.
This is true.
And once you get on, bring other people along with you.
Yeah.
You know, pay it forward.
That's real.
Pay it forward to the people that look like you. Because we need more black people, especially in security.
Facts. That's a fact.
Especially in security. But what I would tell anyone who is in college that's trying to navigate through, like, I guess, different majors or just the different, like, streams or pillars within information technology or security, do your research. Okay. Do your research. Yeah. Learn about the different certifications that are out there. You know, sign up for, because, you know, they have a bunch of courses related to security, IT. Find what courses interest you. Take the classes. They have different groups at college that you can join, different organizations that are having these big tech companies come out and speak to, like, positions, roles in the cyberspace or security space. Like, go network, build relationships, you know, apply to these different internships, and don't let your insecurities or fear get in the way of that. Just do it, because the truth is they want diverse talents. They are looking for minorities. It's actually a risk for companies not to have minorities or diverse talent joining. It is a risk to the company. So, like, we as minorities, or for those that are watching, it's very important that we realize that and go to these different opportunities, take advantage, you know, speak up, ask questions, be seen.
Lit.
Yeah.
That's right on. That's right on. That's super lit. And then what about some folks that do want to be in management information sciences and they already into this? What can you give them any advice to the person that's finna graduate, you know what I'm saying, that's looking to get into the field and, you know what I'm saying, finna stepping out there with the big dogs and really want to get a career?
Yes. While you have more free time, just depending, I guess, on the amount of hours you have also, like, applying for those jobs. Knock it out early on if you can. But at the same time, I wouldn't say go crazy with it because those certifications can get expensive.
Yeah.
And I will say there are a lot of jobs that will pay for you to, like, actually go out there and get certifications. So, if anything, just try to focus on one or two, the main ones that are really, like, popping or appealing for your particular role. And then also network. Like, it's very important to have the skills, but, like, knowing the right people can also really get you in. That's what got me into TikTok. So
that's right.
Yeah.
That's lit. And one more, I want you to speak to a little power to just the professional black women out here. Maybe she a lawyer, maybe she a doctor, you know what I'm saying? And she in a group where she feel like she's alienated by herself, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, you've been in that position before, and you know what I'm saying, you know you up against a lot, and it's the same thing that everybody else is up against, but you feel like it's a lot more cold shoulders given towards you than, you know what I'm saying, welcoming advice, or, you know what I'm saying, sometimes instead of getting a little bit of encouragement, they kind of, you know what I'm saying, they snub you or belittle you because they feel like you don't know as much as everybody else. Can you speak a little power to them, you know what I'm saying? Maybe give them a bit of advice to somebody that went through that, you know what I'm saying, and got through that and conquered that, and now sitting on the backside like, I went through that and I seen, you feel me, it made me better, you feel me, it was for a reason, like, you know what I'm saying? That way they feel like, you know what I'm saying, they got a person to be relevant to them, you know what I'm saying? It's not alone, you feel me?
Well, first I can say I still deal with that. I don't think it's ever gonna be like not an issue, especially when you're continuing to elevate.
That's right.
You know, sad truth is it get lonely at the top.
That's a fact.
But also it's gonna help you really find out who your real friends are, your real support system is, your real team is, and love on them, and you know, keep them close.
Yeah.
Cause there is gonna be a lot of people that's gonna try to, you know, smite you. It's gonna be a lot of people that are mad because you're doing better than them, or you're in a position that they feel like they should be in.
Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
So be focused. Hone in on the goal and stick to that. Keep your eyes on that. You know? And you know, I mean, there's a lot of great things along the journey as well. You know, of course you're gonna deal with all those negatives, but to be able to, you know, live a life that is comfortable for me.
That's right.
You know, to be able to say that I was able to overcome a lot of my fears, and to like be the first in my family to be in like a position like this, to be in IT.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to have those accomplishments. It feels good, man. It feels so good. And it also feels good because I'm seeing that I'm inspiring others at the same time.
That's a fact.
You know, so yeah, focus on that. Focus on the positive. Focus on the love. Focus on your family, your friends that are there to support you. So yeah. Once you do that, like all the hate and all, you're not even focused on that. And also just know who you are. It's important that I feel like we learn who we are as individuals and be confident in that. Because when you're confident in who you are and what you can produce, it don't matter what nobody says. You know who you are, so nobody can tell you who you are and what you can produce, you know, and what you can do. Because people will be quick to tell you, oh, you can't do that, that's impossible. You don't know what I, you know?
Facts.
You don't know what I can produce.
Possible. That's
what
true.
You mean?
That's a fact.
So yeah, move with confidence, and yeah, don't let fear get in your way.
I like it. I think that's a good note to end on, man.
Yeah.
Share the sauce. We here at Raven Ashmon. Thank you so much for coming. You know, we really appreciate it, for real.
You know, every time I pull up to Arizona, I'm here.
That's right. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do another one next time. This is a great episode. And we out. Share the sauce.
Bye.